Hi, it's Anthony from Biscuits Bundles, and today we're going to build a volume discounts bundle where the more the customer selects, the more they save. Okay, let's get started by creating a bundle inside the Biscuits Bundles app. So we'll just go over to create bundle. We'll be creating a socks value pack. We can leave SKU blank for now. If you do have a SKU, I recommend putting it in. Down here on this discount type, what we're going to do is select volume discounts, and this will open up some additional options for us. And you can see here also a volume discount type has appeared. So you can actually create different discount types for each of your tiers. You can see here we'll assign an amount discount or a percentage discount, or you can set a fixed price for each tier. Today we're just going to use percentage. It's usually the most common. We're just going to add a couple more tiers here. So you can see quantity for tier 2 will be 3. So when the customer selects 3, they'll get 10% off. When the customer selects 4, they'll get 15% off. When the customer selects 5, we'll make that 20% off. And these are the discount tiers that appear for the bundle. We're not going to let the customer select 1. The minimum will be 3, which we'll set up in just a moment. So you can leave the first step at 0. And now this is just giving a little warning saying that the step rules don't match our tiers. So if we scroll down, the step rules are what define how many items a user can select in a bundle. And you can see currently this step is set to single select. So obviously, if the step only allows the user to select 1, they're actually not going to be able to meet any of these tiers that we've set up. If your bundle has 1 step, you'll see this little prompt here to auto set up the step rules for you. So if I click this, you can see here the app has automatically changed this over to a multi-select step where the user must select between 3 and 5 items. And that just aligns with the 3 to 5 tiers that we have here. If you have multiple steps in your bundle, the volume discount tiers do apply across all items in the bundle. So it becomes a little bit more complex because you may want the user to choose different amounts on different steps. So this only appears when there's only 1 step in the bundle. So now that we've set that one up, there's also this volume discount settings area. And this just exposes a few more options for you. We can display the volume discount messaging as a thumbnails progress or progress bar style, the segments style. We'll just leave it as thumbnails for now, and we'll actually come back and edit this in a moment after we create the bundle. And you can also edit the progress and success messages specifically for this bundle. These are set on the bundles individually because they actually vary by the display type. You can see here these changed. And then they can also vary for different bundles that you set up. So we'll just go and quickly finish off creating this bundle. And the step rules are already set up correctly for us. And now we'll just add the products to the bundle itself. Products the customer can select. So now you can see all of the component items we've added to the bundle, and these will be what the user could select. Down here in step layout, we'll just change a few things to begin with. Probably going to be easier for the user if we display this as a grid of items instead of just a slider. And on desktop, it's usually pretty good to maybe go 3, and we'll just leave it as 2 across on mobile. Okay, great. Now I'll just go ahead and save this bundle. Next thing we're going to do is just jump into the online store and make sure we have everything set up in the theme editor. So I'm just in the theme editor now for our Horizon theme. I'm just going to navigate to the product template. And you can see here we've already added the Biscuits Bundle Builder app block to our product template, which is great. This is just telling us that this white ice cream product is actually not a bundle. What we'll just do is navigate to a bundle product now. Now we're viewing the socks value pack, and you can see the Bundle Builder app block is actually rendering the bundle options that we've set up. The next thing we're going to do is just customize this slightly, and maybe we'll just jump back in and add a product image here so this appears on the right hand side like our normal product layout. In here, I'm just going to go ahead and just quickly make some minor customizations to the way this looks. So all I've done is just added a background color to the input. We're displaying selected badges now when these are selected, which was this option here. We've changed the input style just to be pills, which is this circular form here. And then down here, we've also just added a corner radius to round these out. So the next thing you can see here is that the volume discounts progress bar up here, or progress summary, and progress summary down the bottom, doesn't quite match because now we have rounded corners up here, but this is actually a full square. So the next thing we're going to do is just add a new block. And you can see here, there's a block for the Biscuits Bundles app called the Volume Discount Styles. Now this block needs to be placed directly below the Bundle Builder block. So always make sure they are appearing in this order. And this will let us access some additional settings that affect this area here that displays the progress message. So I'm just going to make some minor adjustments now. So we just changed some radiuses there. And now I'll just quickly hit save. And just jumping back to our bundle product inside the app here. And I'm just going to go to edit in Shopify admin. Create a bundle inside the Biscuits Bundles app. What it actually does is creates a product bundle inside of Shopify. So the other way to get to this product is just to jump into products, And then you see the socks value pack here that we created. And here you can add things like descriptions in your media, just like a normal product. And now I'll just add an image to this and then hit save. And then if we pop back into the theme editor, you'll see here now that it's adopting the standard layout of a product page in Horizon. One little tweak I'm going to do now just to the Horizon theme is just jump into product information, and I'm just going to turn this equal columns on. This will just make this image a little bit smaller, which allows our selections to take up a little bit more space. And now you can see when we select items inside this bundle, we've got the bundle count badge appearing here, and they're also appearing in this summary area as well as the thumbnails. And you can see the discount is progressively applying, and we're also showing the customer a message to get them to add more for the next tier. And now we've reached all discounts. So some additional customizations we can do now is adjust the actual messaging that appears here. So instead of saying add one for 20% off, one more for 20% off, we could change it to something else, or this 15% off here, or this overall success message as well. This messaging can be adjusted just jumping back into Biscuits bundles and then the bundle product itself. And down here in the volume discount settings that I mentioned earlier, this is where you can actually adjust this messaging. So you can see the progress message is saying add count left more for discount amount off. And these variables are very important. So we've got them here in the hint. And this is actually what will display these numbers that vary here. The other things we can do here is adjust the display type. So instead of thumbnails, we could actually display this as a progress bar. And this progress bar will dynamically place things along its line based on how many tiers you have. You can see here that the appearance of this progress bar has now changed. Instead of thumbnails, we're getting this messaging here. To adjust this messaging, down here in volume discount settings, you can see these messages have been changed from the previous thumbnails type, and we've got this double pipe here. The double pipe is very important because it allows you to set where the line break occurs. So you can see here we've got the quantity for and then a line break, and on the line below that we'll display the discount amount off. You can see here we've got the quantity for and then the discount amount off. And the last display type is segment. And segment is similar to the progress bar, except that everything appears equally. So the tiers will appear equally rather than as a scale. So you can see we've completed that tier now, and now we've completed the last one. And that's basically everything for volume discounts. If you have any questions, please reach out to us inside the app and we'll get back to you. Thanks. Hi, I'm Anthony from Biscuits Bundles. Today we're going to set up a volume discounts bundle, just like this example you see here, where we have this socks value pack, where the more the customer adds, the more they can save.